Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pimp My RV. You know, some people change RVs as often as they change underwear. Not me. I don't wear underwear. I focus on the bits and pieces inside the RV, not the underwear. Lately, we've been working with Airstream expert Ronnie Dennis to upgrade bits and pieces of our 83-year-old travel trailer, which we call Live. A few of you eagle-eyed viewers out there have noticed these upgrades. The first we're going to discuss is kind of subtle, but if you watched our recent discussion of our SureCall Wi-Fi booster, then you may have spotted a new addition to the roof of our trailer. That addition is a hurricane-proof skylight, because you never know when you might want to go camping in a hurricane. Now, technically, there was nothing wrong with the original Skylight, especially if you like weak, flimsy, leaky plastic. Our original Skylight leaked like a Ford diesel motor seal.
But I digress.
Yep, this is the old factory Skylight. Actually, yours has been replaced once before, but this would be what a factory Skylight looked like. Not much. It still has a flat layer on the inside, but it's very, very thin. And there, you know, there's not much to them. Whereas that's there. It's an aluminum frame, welded all the way around, and then it's actually 3 polycarbonate layers. So there's a top dome, there's an inside dome, and then there is a inner flat panel on the inside that really helps protect with heat transfer both into the trailer and out of the trailer. A lot more thermal protection, I guess, with the Skylight. And it's also got some UV protection. Super strong, Miami-Dade County approved for hurricane, hail, those type things.
I always had this nagging fear in the back of my mind. What if we're camping during a hurricane and a cow is thrown to the roof of our Airstream? If you don't know anything about commercial skylights, you're probably not alone, but anytime you ever walk into a Walmart Supercenter or similar big box store, look up and you'll see these huge skylights. Maxim is the company that makes those skylights, and Maxim is based right here in America, Texas to be precise, the home of Jerry Jones, Salt Lick Barbecue, and Bucky's Truck Stops. So these Maxim skylights are not only built to a much stronger standard, they keep the hot side hot and the cool side cool. Kind of like the old McDLT.
The McDLT! I'm talking quarter pound of beef on the hot side.
And the hot stays hot.
The new McDLT.
Hot, hot.
Crisp lettuce and tomato on the cool side.
And the cool stays cool.
The new McDLT.
This next upgrade will be pretty obvious, even with my eyesight. I'm talking about the lighting kit that we have installed beneath our Airstream and also behind the rock guards on the front of our Airstream. We originally had these lights installed at, you guessed it, Vinny's place, Vinny's North Bay Airstream Repair out in California. Then when we switched our rock guards in the front of our trailer to the new 2020 style rock guard, it's a taller rock guard, so Ronnie added those lights behind our new rock guards, and we have the original lights running along the length of the trailer beneath it.
Boogie Lights is a company that makes underglow kits for RVs, for motorcycles, for all kind of things. My kids love it. Essentially what you get is you get a weather sealed LED strip that has a 3M adhesive on the back, and you can stick them just about anywhere. There's a control board that goes inside the trailer that provides a 12-volt power source. To use a 3M adhesive promoter on Sean's trailer, my trailer, and any other Airstream we put them on, you put them under the bottom of the trailer following the frame rail. You can get them in 16-foot lengths. So typically on an Airstream, even a 30-footer, that carries you from about the stairs to somewhere just short of the back bumper. Also use a 16-foot run to put them behind the rock guards, the stainless steel segment protectors, and that looks really good because what it does is the lights actually shine from behind the segment protectors and hit the aluminum skin and then give you this spaceship type glow.
I've always said that Airstreams look both retro and futuristic. And with Boogie Lights, The spaceship has landed.
I know that both Vinny and Ronnie install them all the time. They come with a little remote control, and they have some different features, like you can make them blink, you can make them pulse. You know, if you really want to go full on disco rave, you can do it.
You can dial the light show down from your local library all the way up to Studio 54. For purposes of this video, everything was cranked up to 11. There's a phone app that allows you to control the lights from your phone. I don't like it, but it exists.
They're actually a lot of fun. We usually go for the more subtle, breathe look, and we usually set ours with one color.
Some people are going to tell me that you hate the lights. To you, I say,
lighten up, Francis.
as the Roman playwright Plautus once wrote, moderation in all things is the best policy.
Some people have asked whether or not having these lights beneath our trailer will help prevent mouse incursions and like scare away critters from beneath the trailer. I don't have any evidence that that is true, but it certainly could be true. I think it probably would help. Now, these lights do suck a good amount of electricity, so bear that in mind. If you're running them all night long, not only may you have some displeased neighbors, you may wake up to some dead batteries the next morning. So unless you had a true electrical hookup, I don't know if that's a realistic option. Something else I've noticed about these lights that I find really helpful has been if we're pulling into a campsite or any location after dark and we need a little bit of extra light to see the ground. It's also true that when you're getting in and out of the trailer at night, it's really nice to have that area beneath the trailer illuminated. So there's a lot of benefit to having these lights other than just cocktail hour, but I do think they really shine at cocktail hour.
And speaking of cocktail hour,
music. Our travel trailer has a built-in sound system. The old stereo is not the greatest, so we do what most people do. We stream music off of our phones. I really love these little Bluetooth speakers. We actually have two of these. You could put one in the front and one in the rear of your RV if you want and stream simultaneously to them. They have a really great sound that belies the diminutive size. Belies and diminutive in one sentence. We have a small space in our Airstream, and I want high quality with a very small footprint, and that's where the Bose does great. It has great battery life, and I love the portability, the flexibility, and the small size. Super easy to take them outside. You set them on the picnic table by the campfire and what have you. You want it in the back, you want it in the front, you want it on the roof, you want it down beneath your RV for the mice. Do whatever you want. It's cool. And yes, you guessed it, we'll put a link to one beneath this video.
So if you're anything like me, you're constantly looking for new ways to organize or store things in your RV. Sometimes you try something and it works for a while and then it gets to where it doesn't work, or you find something better. In our shower, how we've traditionally stored things is one of these little corner suction cup units, and this one's disgusting, so don't look at it. It's been... Oh. And they fall apart. So this thing either didn't stay suctioned to the wall or it would fall apart. So it's basically worthless. So this is the new option that we're going to try. This is just a little wire basket that attaches to the wall. It's made by Command Strip. And so if you aren't familiar with Command Strips, they're basically these little adhesives that you use to attach things to the wall. And the big deal about them is that you can remove them and they don't leave any residue behind. I think the one exception is wallpaper. You can't adhere them to any sort of wallpaper. So if you have wallpaper in your RV, don't stick them to that. But it is going to work in a shower situation. We have fiberglass, so I think it's perfect for that. If you have tile, you can't put it over grout lines, but you know, just find a spot where there's not grout and put it on there. So we're going to give it a shot and see how this works. And we'll keep you posted on if it stays on the wall, if it works, if we like it. One other item I'm going to put in the shower today is this dispenser for shampoo, conditioner, body wash. You've seen these in hotels and that sort of thing. And you know, you basically fill up each reservoir and then you've got a little pump underneath that you can, you know, pump out your product. The lid removes for you to refill it, so it should be fairly simple. I see a lot of people use these, you know, in rental properties and that sort of thing, you know, if you go to the beach or whatever. And I have seen some people use them in their RVs. I'm not sure how well it works long term, but we're going to give it a shot. It comes with some adhesive strips when you purchase it, but I think they are pretty permanent. So I didn't want something that was going to, damage the wall in our RV shower. So I actually bought individual waterproof command strips that I'm going to use to install this. So we'll see how it goes. Wish us luck.
So that's it, guys. Another episode of Pimp My RV. For us, it has been a lot of fun over the years to continually tweak our Airstream travel trailer and to add some of these upgrades. Thanks as always for tuning in. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe. Yada, yada, yada. Lo ho.
Could be the best tasting lettuce and tomato hamburger ever!
Now, Ronnie and I share a lot in common, except that he actually has useful mechanical skills. When I fix something, I usually break something else in the process. Makes for a long work day.
And now for something completely different. I've posted a video on my second YouTube channel about a young man I met in Cambodia who voluntarily moved into an orphanage at age 13, away from his parents, because it was necessary for him to finish school. And yes, there will be a link to that video right beneath this one. Check it out!